Hi, welcome to the podcast. Are we starting now?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
This
That's
is
how
it.
it starts. How do you think it starts?
So it starts on me. I have to do like a power intro.
Go right
Tell
ahead. Do
them
the
that
power
right
it
now.
needs to happen.
Yeah, all right. Much like the cast of Game of Thrones, we're back. The whole crew's here. We're talking about things like GTA 6, maybe some Jedi stuff, but what the hell are we doing in Austin? Tune in to find out on this edition of Dude Soup.
I think they're already tuned in on.
That was great.
Thank you.
I thought you did a great job.
That was really good, actually.
Hey everyone, I'm your host of Dude Soup this week, Adam Kovic. I'm joined by a lot of people. Alana Pierce.
Hi.
James Willems.
Hello.
Elise Willems.
Hi.
Bruce Green.
Whoa, there's no cursing on this show.
Actually, can't do that in the first 30 seconds, so we're going to bleep that. We are in
Oh, you
Austin.
forgot one person.
And super special guest.
Not a person.
Well, he's a little man.
I forget he's here because of how tired he gets.
He's a big fan of the show, everybody. He represents our listeners at home.
Oh,
Today's episode is brought to you by three fine sponsors. We've got Stitch Fix. You get an extra 25% off when you keep all your items in the box at stitchfix.com/dudesoup. Honey, when you add Honey to your browser for free, easy. Yeah, just join honey.com/dude. And finally, Squarespace. Start your free trial at squarespace.com/dudesoup. You get 10% off your first purchase with promo code DUDESOUP, but we hear more about them later. First up, we will talk about some rumor stuff, news stuff, but I think it has been a long time since I think all of us have been in the same room.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've hosted a podcast.
Yeah.
So it's been weird. It's been a weird
What is a
rotating.
podcast?
James-
I've forgotten.
James and Elise, you've been gone a long time.
I have.
How are you guys?
84 years.
For short years.
I'm good. Thanks, Lawrence. Oh, wait. I've
That's
forgotten.
Adam over there.
I've forgotten.
That's Adam.
I don't know. We're good. We've.
I don't know if that was a compliment or something.
I mean, it is a compliment.
Okay,
Sure.
okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're
I don't know.
interchangeable, I'd say.
I guess for those who don't know, we're shooting a show right now called Arizona Circle. All of us shot today. Alana, Bruce, you guys were up very early. James, Elise. Yeah, I was the only one I came in later. I was lucky. I got to come in at lunch.
Yeah.
I noticed
you
why.
guys, you had a 6
I
a.m. call
noticed
time.
we were
Well,
there at
James and I had a 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
call.
They were there at 5.
Bruce and Alana were there at 6 a.m. We shot all day, but I did notice that when we broke for lunch around 11, Adam had conveniently just shown up.
I know. He walked in and went straight to the lunch
First to
table.
the crafty table.
Came in, scavenged those dumplings, and then left.
It's what they told me to do.
They
I got
did.
there. I even got there early. I got there at 10:30 and I said, "I'm here, Chief." And they said, "You're here for lunch. Go eat."
The first thing he said is there a limit on dumplings? They just shuffled them onto his plate.
I did feel bad because James walked in. The first thing he did was laugh at me, and I went, "Oh, I feel like a dick."
Oh, did I laugh at you?
You
Why?
did laugh, or you laughed at Bruce because
No, he laughed at me.
I laughed at Bruce.
I was an
'Cause you
old
had the-
makeup.
you had the old man
I was
makeup.
an old makeup.
Gotcha.
I thought
Yeah.
that was really good, actually.
It was really good.
You looked unsettlingly like an old man.
And that was like the shitty version of the old man makeup.
We've seen-
Because
yeah.
that,
Is that
I
good
mean,
or
better.
bad?
Well,
it
not-
works in the context of what we were shooting.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But
Okay,
we
gotcha.
did other old man makeup on you for something else that was like really legit looking.
Apparently, I'm a great old man.
Bruce plays mostly old men in the show.
So I don't want you to give away too much about the production stuff. Elise and Josh Flanagan are co-show running the show. He's really popular on Twitter and Instagram. He's blowing up.
No, we've already proven he's not.
Dozens of followers. So from a production standpoint, Elise, why would you ever show up somewhere at 5 a.m.?
Because the standard production workday is 12 hours in and out with your crew, and then you add, an additional 45 minutes for lunch. So that's just kind of how it goes. Actually, today we wrapped a little bit earlier because our location had a hard out. But yeah,
And a
it's
what?
A hard
Hard
out.
out.
Oh, hard out, hard out.
It's like what you do when you jump out from behind the bushes and you spread your trench coat. It's a hard out.
But people that are career, whether you're a career gaffer or grip or whatever you do, Jeannie, like they work these crazy hours and then they usually just take like a break between their next production, whereas all of us are doing these crazy hours and then we're immediately gonna go back to work.
Yeah. Has it been jarring for you guys being out here, being on? Because we get it in little bits. We fly. Bruce and I have been flying back. Lawrence flying back. I think Alana, you fly back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like we're constantly kind of back and forth. You guys are just basically living in Austin with dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it,
Yeah.
Show the dog.
I mean, yeah, we're living out here. We've been living out here for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's in terms of the schedule, it makes more sense because we are on set every day. Like Elise obviously is showrunner, and generally when I'm not in something, I'm like maybe directing something. So like it kind of, there's been only like I think 2 days where it would have made sense for me to not be here in Austin, but that also doesn't mean that it doesn't make sense for me to get on a flight on Thursday night to be home for Friday to fly back Saturday morning. So
Yeah. It's been really fun. Like
I wanted to ask you guys because I saw one person on the subreddit who is upset that we're making the show.
oh really?
And I wanted to just address that individual and let him know that you guys are working really hard and you're killing yourselves.
The one dude.
But he doesn't think it's worth your time. So
You tell Omar.
I think there've also been a lot of people who just want to hear about the production side of it, who are very curious to hear us talk about it.
yeah.
And it's cool to be able to do that.
it is a weird situation because we're shooting it now, but no one's probably going to see it until the summer.
Yeah, and it's hard to talk about it because like there's some stuff that we're keeping under wraps just because we want it to be a fun reveal when it happens. And then other things where it's out of context, it's hard to speak to. So like once the show comes out, I feel like we'll do a lot of
We can talk
AMAs
about
and
it.
or we'll be able to specifically point to something and talk about
Yeah.
how it was done or the process behind it or the fun mishaps behind it, like things like
That's what I
that.
was going to ask. Do you have any like particular story that stands out as a dumb set mishap or something like that?
Oh, I could tell the story about Chris and Josh. I won't tell the context around it.
Wait, which story?
So, well, you don't. Unfortunately, neither one of them are on this podcast. But
Yeah, roast them. They're not here to defend themselves.
Josh
We can role
Flanagan.
play. I'll be Chris. You want to be Josh?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, don't role play, especially not you two. I'll tell you why. So Josh Flanagan had to basically do this thing where he strips down.
Oh, okay.
He
yeah.
strips down.
Oh yeah.
Into a thong,
I rescind.
and that's basically it.
No, he
no.
didn't have a thong
No
on.
thong.
Oh, that's right. He didn't have a thong
Yeah.
on.
Thong.
He just
Ooh,
pulled,
boy.
he just
Anyways.
pulled everything
Yeah.
down.
So he was standing above Chris, and Chris has to be kind of like a dead body, like he's like sort of laying down with his eyes closed, and Josh have to like mime sitting on him, kind of. But Josh, I forgot Josh took down his pants entirely to do this, and as he was doing it, they stopped the take because they're like, we'll start over, and Chris turned his head up and opened his eyes and directly stared into Josh Flanagan's asshole. Cool. Like straight into it. And Chris went, like that.
Chris went, but then everyone was like, why'd you open your eyes? Like you knew his asshole was there.
Well, that's what I think Chris was surprised that there was a dirty, hairy asshole directly above his face.
There's
a
a
good
lot of
jump scare.
male nudity in this show.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
no
there is.
female nudity.
So I have some questions from fans, just general questions that I just made up in my mind that I assume they're asking.
Oh.
One was, will the show structure be the same as the pilot?
Yes.
Yeah. So hub, sketches within a sketch. You're still doing that?
It's like a bottle episode, so it has the one narrative sketch that runs through, and then we weave in shorter sketches within it.
Will there be any continuations from any of the sketches from the pilot? I don't know. I'm looking at my monitor. I'm making it up in my head and saying it to you guys.
Really?
It makes
Yeah.
it plays though. It plays.
Really?
I feel like these are
reading
questions
it.
that I have
Oh.
seen on
Tell 'em.
Twitter or
Right.
Reddit.
You decide what you want to reveal, Elise.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think some things that you saw in the pilot you will see again.
Well, people I know were asking for reoccurring sketches because they're like, I hated that whole thing, but Cucks was funny.
Yeah.
And we went, fuck you.
yeah. I don't think we did
And then cry a little
overkill in terms of like reoccurring stuff. I think
No.
we did it in a.
There's a lot of new stuff too. There's a lot of new stuff.
There's also like you may have seen Bruce tweeting out a photo of himself in certain urban gangster garb.
Was that urban or
I don't
gangster?
know.
Yeah.
Like, so there may be a couple of Funhaus characters.
Did you blackface, Bruce?
No, I didn't blackface
God
like that.
damn it. You
Lifeline.
can't
Not for this
do
show.
Talk about
that.
next week.
Not for this show.
Yeah, I have 4 news stories. That's the 4th one. But Elise and I were talking at
Yes.
lunch, and she was like, I don't think any of us are equipped to talk
No,
about
I
it.
know. we
I can
can't.
talk about that.
All right.
Well, he has this blackface story, and then I was immediately like, from the people that brought you Ooh Child, you in the Matrix, are we really that qualified?
That was really inappropriate.
No, no,
By
I
the
was-
way, we were here when the Matrix video went up, and I watched it, and that was really inappropriate.
That was
of you.
you did that,
I didn't
James.
say that,
You told
though.
me to say it. I'm going back to the video. I'll show you.
I'm just saying. I was watching it. I was like,
Quite the
"Ooh,
enabler.
child, that's inappropriate." That's what I thought in my head.
And then the last question people have asking, how many episodes, if you can tell us, are there going to be for the entire season?
We can't.
Well, let's not
actually
talk about
tell
that
you.
yet.
We
That's
can't
why I
actually
added
tell
that
you.
little disclaimer there.
Asterisk.
Yeah.
I'll say this though to the
Nothing
to the
there.
initial commenter who doesn't actually exist, who has concern.
Where are you
over
selling this information?
Who has concern over Arizona Circle and whether it if it'll be worth it. Everyone here you see in front of us, and even people you don't, everyone back at Funhaus, basically killed themselves to ensure that you will have Funhaus content as usual, in addition to all the hard work and extra hours we've put into Arizona Circle. So it's really not a choice of one or the other.
You get both.
I think some people feel like it's one or the other, and it's honestly not.
So you're saying instead of one Jesus Christ, you have like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what killed the Beatles, but I'm willing to say
and
we're
like
bigger
3
than Jesus.
Judases.
We're,
Yeah.
sprinkle a couple Judas. Yeah, little redheaded cheaters in there. Okay, well,
Do you guys have any like fun moments thus far that are not, I guess, super spoilery, but like, fuck it, I guess at this point.
No, don't spoil it. What are you talking about? Fuck it. We're so far out. We haven't even finished shooting the show. No, we're not spoiling it.
I don't think we could
we're
really
spoiling.
spoil much other than, I don't know. One thing James said stuck out to me, which he said, more people have been laughing on set than they were on the pilot, which was a vibe I sort of got where it was like, I don't know. It's sort of like getting training wheels off, you know? So you're trying to do this thing. Or it's Stockholm Syndrome and the entire crew has just bought into our stupid sense of humor.
Yeah.
Today was pretty wild for me because when I got my script, they only sent me the parts where I had lines. So then the makeup artist was like, well, we have this and we have this. And I was like, what? How does this turn out? And then I watched it happen and I was like, I didn't expect any of this to happen.
I learned
Then
later.
someone was like, Bruce has to do this. And I was like, what the fuck?
I learned later that some people, not that they didn't have faith in that script, but they were kind of like, I didn't know if that one was gonna work. And I was like, okay.
Well, you guys,
I was pleasantly surprised.
you guys have been killing yourselves. I have the easy job.
fun.
You know, I get to put a podcast.
And you guys have
together.
been super funny. Bruce has
Bruce made me cry twice
Yeah.
from laughter. I'll say this. Bruce has made me cry twice from laughter.
Let's see. One was the other week. I remember that one where he was outside. He did the bit with Josh. I just kind of saw it from afar.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I can't. It sucks. I can't really describe it because it's.
Today, there were just certain costumes that I laughed at every time I looked at, but I can't talk about what they were.
Something Bruce did today made me cry with laughter, and then something Bruce did last week also made me cry with laughter. So
Okay. I think I almost made James. I think I made James laugh at something today. That's always been my goal. I made Blaine laugh a few times because I got this one moment where I got to like get kind of serious in his face, and I just did a weird kind of Xavier Renegade Angel voice, and I kept saying like I don't know, kept saying the word load over and over in his face, and it's just trying to break him. But I think everyone's been having a good time. It seems like it's working together. The show looks great. We see the dailies and all that stuff, and it's like. At the end of the day, it looks like a television show, which is crazy. Coming soon. What would you say? At least next month?
coming summer.
Next month.
Summer of 2020.
Let's say
Tokyo Olympics.
July for now. I mean, we're
Still
not
negotiating.
technically announcing. I mean, we had the date. We're just
trying
not
to
supposed to say
negotiate.
it.
'Cause
Yeah,
we
we-
want people to have it. As soon as possible.
Supposed to have some cool announcement trailer. I don't know. Sorry, I'm really
She
tired.
says with
today.
no enthusiasm. No, it's going to be fucking cool, I guess.
There needs to be something
Get ready.
that runs like a little text message that runs along the bottom of the screen every like 5 minutes, like a weather reminder that says they woke up at 5 a.m. or like 4 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah. I think it's worth it though for people worried that some of us are dead or Paul McCartneying it. Like, no, we will not be replaced. This will be us. Yoko will not have the last laugh. And on that note, we'll get. Oh, sorry, we're gonna say.
I was saying you guys have been like doing everything at Funhaus, so that and you guys have been going back and forth, so we can be out here, And Lawrence killing himself with Inside Gaming too.
I sat next to Henry Winkler on one of the flights.
You didn't. How was that not the first thing you said when I saw you? I asked you every
really
time how
nice.
your flight goes, and you never said, "Well, Henry Winkler was sitting next to me."
He was really nice.
Is he in coach?
Or
Or were you in first class?
No, actually, to be honest with you, I didn't really actually sit next to him. I sat behind him.
But was he in coach or?
He was in first class.
Oh.
And I was like in row 7, which is the first.
So you were it
It was the first row coach, James. Yeah, it was the first row coach.
I mean, either way.
If you were sitting next to the Fonz himself, how would you spark a conversation?
Arrested Development. I wanted to mention. I didn't because he was just a
he's
nice
on
old
Barry-
man
he's
with
on
his
Barry
wife,
now.
and I didn't want to bother him. But he's very, very nice. He made eye contact with everybody. I helped him with something, and he was like, "Thank you very much." And I was like, "You're welcome."
Hey,
Yeah, you should have went. Hey,
No, I wouldn't do that.
I was on a plane with Will Ferrell once, and he seemed like like he just kind of like has his hat on. He just like, but I understand because
I'm pretty sure he bought
know.
a second seat next to him so he wouldn't have to sit next to anyone.
Oh, that makes sense.
were you on that plane too?
Yeah, we were both there.
I don't know.
We saw him in security line, and that guy was talking to him. I felt real bad because he was not into it.
So do you think that like someone like Kim Kardashian just solely gets private planes?
Kim Kardashian probably,
Absolutely.
Do you think that famous people can ever go to Disneyland?
I feel like
Yeah,
they
I
have a
think-
famous night.
Yeah.
I truly do.
only celebrities go.
They may. I never thought about that.
Oh
are-
no, you know what? A friend of mine worked Jungle Cruise and Russell Crowe went on it, and he thought she did so well that he gave her like $100 tip. But you're not supposed to tip people, but Russell Crowe was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna tip a."
Didn't he also like?
It's actually not bad.
I thought it was a real boat for most of the trip.
But yeah, he like,
I was back down under.
and then now they're like,
Kill me.
they're like text buddies.
What? He got her number?
I mean, nothing untoward goes on. He like,
It's
So
pure. It's above
Bruce
board.
has a
Yeah.
theory about guys and when they communicate with women.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
Tell
going to say,
me,
why
Adam.
don't you tell me what theory I have?
What's Russell Crowe's end game here, Bruce?
I mean, well, first of all, we're speculating. We don't know if Russell Crowe got the phone number.
we do.
We do.
Yeah.
we know?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
she'll
yeah.
show
They
me a
maintain
picture. Like
contact.
Russell Crowe will like send her pictures of like selfies
His
of
dick.
him.
Yeah,
No,
I
not
was gonna
really.
say, I know
Not
what the
really.
end game
Absolutely.
is
So
there.
what-
It's
yeah.
not anything
What's his
weird.
end game?
So
We know
for
the
Russell
Avengers.
Crowe, well, I can tell you what the Russell Crowe end game is.
No, I disagree. I think if you're famous, sometimes you're like, I'm just going to open up social channels. Not because I just want to have sex with things. I really don't think so. Because why would you do it that way? Why would you be like, oh, can I get your phone number and I'll text you for 8 years until we could finally bang? I think you'd just be like, I'm probably most of the time lonely in a hotel room. And so maybe I just
Why
going
did
to
he
text
text his
someone and have
wife?
conversations. See, is he married?
Bruce, you
No,
one of
I
those
don't
people who
think
thinks
so.
men and women can't be friends?
No, I don't think that at all. I think men and women can be friends, especially ones that like have known each other for 15
Do you think
years.
men and women can be enemies? That's a question.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I think it's harder
Okay,
for
now that
Russell
doesn't make
Crowe
sense.
to make genuine friends. I think they take the famous people through the tunnels at Disneyland,
Are there tunnels?
oh yeah.
right?
Oh,
Because
the
they
one
built them
man,
for
yeah.
the trash.
Oh, that's for Disney World.
Oh, so
Are we
Disneyland has tunnels.
There's
then.
tunnels in Disneyland
both
too, I
do.
think.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, I watched a thing about how they turned a documentary. The events happened in real time. Okay. But it was how they turn Disneyland into Halloween
Oh,
Disneyland
yes.
because they do it over one night.
Yeah.
They do it over the course of like 7 hours or something absurd. And they have this giant cake because every single year the Haunted Mansion has a new cake.
Gingerbread
a special
cake.
cake that's real. It's a real cake.
I didn't know this.
And but the kitchens are over at the other side of the road. So like basically when you go like downtown Disney is like this area this is as close as we can get to talking about airports and limousines like Gus and Bernie do. But sometimes we are able to pay a lot of money to go to downtown Disney.
Well, parking is like $15.
Candy.
Yeah.
Also,
ridiculous.
downtown Disney is free. There's no admission to go to downtown Disney.
You got
Just
to
so
park.
know.
You got to pay to park.
You got to drive there. That's fuel.
But across the street is like, I guess, where their kitchens are. And so they had to make the cake in the kitchen and then it goes down and then they go through this tunnel below the park that comes out in the Haunted Mansion when you're going over looking in and you see the people like this illusions
But why
and
would
stuff.
they have a real cake in that? Wouldn't it be easier to just have a
Because
fake
it's
cake?
Disneyland and they're insane
Yeah.
about what they
Well,
do.
because I remember the tunnel story
point.
from Disney World because Walt was upset that he saw a spaceman walk across from whatever Frontierland to Tomorrowland. He's like, this breaks the illusion. Meanwhile, Universal Studios, they're like, fuck it, Minions Land, who cares?
Yeah, they're like,
we make garbage.
Dracula's yelling at you in Grinchmas.
Walt never saw Disney World though. He died before he could see
No,
it.
I'm just saying the comparison of people
thought it was
caring.
for
Like you said, they
trash.
are insane, but
Yeah.
I thought it was
there's
for trash.
They don't.
there is a quality control there as opposed to we always talk about
There's
Universal
probably
Studios being
more
just-
tunnels, but there's definitely some tunnels.
Right, but either way, Russell Crowe gets to go through tunnels and we don't. I
Are
need to
we
do
going to
an
talk
ad
about
read.
GTA 6?
Yes, we'll be
Famous
talking about
night at Disneyland, everyone.
That's your Arizona Circle catch up, or all we're willing to talk about right now. But for now, let me remind you that this episode is brought to you by Stitch Fix. So, what was your favorite item that you guys can think of that you wore recently?
I got a pair of blue shorts that I wear at least once a week from Stitch Fix.
I got a belt that I can't stop wearing, Bruce. You know why?
Why?
Your pants will fall down.
Exactly, James. So correct. So wise. So beautiful. I'm going to increase the font on this because my eyes are bad. So Stitch Fix is an online personal styling service that finds and delivers clothes, shoes, and accessories to fit your body, budget, and lifestyle. So just go to stitchfix.com/dudesoup and tell them your sizes, what styles you like, and how much you want to spend on each item. You'll be paired with your very own personal stylist who will hand-pick items to send right to your door. That's how Bruce got his sweet little shorts. That's how I got my nice little belt. I got a cool flannel. It's a great service, actually. I legitimately enjoy it. So then you try on your stuff. You only pay for what you love, and then you return the rest. Shipping, exchanges, and returns are always free. There's no subscription required. You can sign up and receive scheduled shipments, or you get your fix whenever you want. Stitch Fix's styling fee is only $20, which is then applied toward anything you keep in your shipment. So to get started, go to stitchfix.com/dudesoup and you'll get an extra 25% off when you keep all the items in your box. That is stitchfix.com/dudesoup. Get started today, stitchfix.com/dudesoup. There's like an exclamation point at the end there, which means go.
Go to dude.
Yeah, I'm awake. I'm good. I got that. So, James, Elise, you guys have probably not seen a news story in 3 weeks.
No, what's the news?
Well, Notre Dame burned down.
Oh, I did see that.
Just a spy.
It didn't burn down. The structure's
They
still around.
saved it.
some of it, but
Hunchback didn't make it, but the stained glass windows that were built in like 800 years ago, still there.
They're still there?
I think one of them broke.
One of them broke. I think
Oh.
of
it was gonna go anyway.
2 of 3 are okay. Anyway, see that happened. Bohemian Rhapsody made $800 million.
I didn't know that.
We discovered a black hole.
Oh, so
Yeah,
I see
pretty
that.
cool.
Okay,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah.
And there's a rumor that GTA 6 is getting a release date, and it's going to be a PS5 exclusive, but timed.
That doesn't
So like
sound
you
right.
said, 1 month window, right?
Yeah. So
Is
this
the
is once again, this
rumor.
is a rumor. This is a story from a. It's been making the rounds, but this story comes from one of the many websites. The author Tyler Fisher put this one together, but they're saying that the game will be coming out as a next gen title, and Sony is looking to pay many dollars to make it a time PS5 exclusive.
So it'll be on PS5 first, but for 1 month. is
Yeah,
what it sounds
rumors are pointing to that it'll be taking place in Miami, New York City. The source on this, which should probably
Miami or New York City.
both.
That doesn't make any sense.
It'll take place in both cities. What-
But,
Oh.
but wait, shouldn't it be Liberty City and Vice,
Vice
City?
City.
I think that's what they meant, but
Why
yeah,
didn't they say it then?
they
This
probably
doesn't
never.
sound like a very good source.
Well, the source, according to an anonymous European developer.
Okay, great,
Okay.
good.
What?
Legitimate.
That's what I
sounds
mean.
Legit.
Regardless, I'm giving you guys sort of the bullet points here. They're saying that the game is most likely going to be coming out in 2022. So we're a
That sounds
ways
right.
off.
That's so far away. That's almost.
Yeah.
I'll
That's,
be dead by then.
Is that's 9 years from the release?
Which is right for Rockstar.
Yeah.
Is that right
8
for
or
Rockstar?
9 years, yeah.
So that's about it. That's sort of the broad strokes there. Who knows? I think you can make any wild guess at this point. But at the end of the day, I thought, hey, this is actually probably a good time to speculate. What the hell is GTA 6 going to look like?
Well, wasn't there something in that article that it spans to like South America too?
I think a lot of it is pointing to that it's gonna,
Like I thought, I read that
Possibly
and I
be-
thought
Multiple
about the drug trade.
yeah.
In some
it's,
way, like-
if it takes place in Miami, yeah, there's probably gonna be some sort of
Yeah.
Colombian extra part. But then New York seems to be like Scarface, which a lot of Vice City was sort of based on.
Yeah.
Is basically Scarface the video game until they made Scarface the video game.
It was
which was
Scarface
the
and
plot.
Serpico like combined into one.
Yeah. Did you ever play the Scarface video game? I think we.
I played some of it.
Yeah.
It's an original Xbox, right?
Yeah.
But it was like, why am I not playing Vice City right now?
basically.
Yeah.
The idea was, what if Tony Montana didn't die at the end? They were like,
Great. Everyone wanted to hear this.
yeah. I guess the weird thing is, so we still play GTA 5 today.
Like I was telling you, it's on top of Twitch, like almost nightly now at this point because of GTA Roleplay.
Yeah.
So everybody's doing the GTA Roleplay right now.
My thought is that with the lack of GTA 5 single player DLC, does that mean GTA 6, whatever it is going to be devoid of any single player? Is it going to be an online only game? Or do you think Rockstar still wants to keep in their single player roots?
No, they love that shit too much. Yeah, no, they care so
Yeah.
much about narrative. That's what Red Dead Redemption 2 is it's such a big story. They put in, I don't know, it was like something like added months on just to get the black bars on cutscenes to make it more cinematic. I don't buy that Rockstar would not have a single player campaign.
Plus, it's like there's this counterculture reversal of all these developers coming back to single player. Like there's been this shift in audience paradigm where now everybody, like Star Wars, they've reversed it. And fuck, what was I just thinking of?
Cyberpunk. You know you want to talk about it.
No, oh, like Halo. Halo is bringing back like the split screen co-op, right? Like it's like this weird thing where like all these developers are harkening back to stuff that maybe isn't more of a nostalgia trip for some.
Well, it makes
gamers
sense
too.
because the people that are buying video games, they're not only 17 years old.
Yeah.
They're us, the people that are 34 years old. So
I feel like with GTA, because GTA 5 is still popular and will probably eclipse Red Dead Online. I think it will continue to do it just because of the setting. You're allowed to do much more. Red Dead, I don't think could ever keep up. And then you're sort of competing with yourself in that arena. Whatever they make then has to replace GTA Online.
I mean, that's the weirdest part, is that I'm sure it'll have a single player campaign. I don't buy that those brothers want to write a huge narrative piece, but then they'll have 3 active online games, 5
Right.
Red Dead 2 and 6. I have no idea how they manage that.
I mean, that's kind of what Take-Two wants, right? They want games as a service stuff. They want all 3 of those things cranking money into their money pit as they're shoveling it in.
Or do they shut one down?
Yeah, or pick
And
up a
then-
new studio, like another studio to take it over.
Possibly. I mean, they have 8 studios right now,
Right.
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. And they're all working together now. It used to be one team would be working on one thing, one would be working on the other. Now it's just all hands on deck. You all make all games, from my understanding.
Yeah.
So it's pretty insane. But I don't know. Where would you guys like to see a GTA take place? Because I feel like we've seen most everything from the American side, other than Chicago.
Well,
I
you
think
said we saw the UK, or was it London, or was it the UK?
James.
There was London,
London.
technically.
And we got London, Los Angeles, New York City, Miami,
Then we also got San Francisco.
San Francisco,
Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
and Vegas. I mean, what other big cities are there? I guess that's why South
Frisco,
America.
Texas.
Well, I guess also look at the copycats, if you want to call them that. Mafia 3, was it? No, wait. What was the...
That was New Orleans.
Yeah, the most recent one. That's New Orleans. And then there's other even games you can look at. Infamous did Seattle.
Chicago has really cool architecture.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It
What
does.
game has done Chicago? I feel like there's
Watch
Batman.
Dogs.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs, that's right. Yeah.
First one was set in Chicago.
Yeah. And then Watch Dogs 2 did San Francisco. So it's
Yeah.
like, I feel like
I think
every...
the third one of that's going to be in London.
Exclusive? What?
Yeah, it's kind of it's just rumored around the
Right.
industry. Yeah,
Assume.
We could do Sydney, Australia.
Sydney's a cool city.
Good.
Cities
good
are really,
city.
but I
really,
feel like Grand Theft Auto is a very American
Yes.
franchise.
it is.
Yep.
It is,
Yeah.
If you want to go to, it was Hong Kong? You play Watch, or...
Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs, not
Dogs.
Watch Dogs, sorry.
Yeah.
Something is the other dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's the other thing, too, is that every interesting city that can be in an open world game has probably already been established or someone's already claimed it. So in their mind, I mean, obviously they have their, the parallel cities, obviously. It's Vice City instead of, Miami and those sorts of things. But is there a make-believe city that we would want to go to in a Grand Theft Auto game?
I mean, they technically did it in San Andreas, but like Vegas is pretty cool.
I would love to see Vegas.
Like, and it's done okay. But like, if you think about how it might be done in a current generation console or whatever, like a Vegas game is like really cool. And when you think about its criminal implications and all the different casinos, if you explored the casinos and then you're also playing casino games and stuff like that, I think that's a really cool place to
A lot of
set something.
microtransactions right there.
True.
Literally.
I loved Vice City though, and I like if they were just like, we're going back to Vice City, I'd be like, cool.
That's what I think I want the most, is for them
Yeah.
to go back to Vice City. If they do both cities, that would be interesting. I just
If
guess
there was like
how
you could
get
go to
between
the
them.
airport and then you would basically
Right.
theoretically like get on a plane and then fly there. I want to know how they're going to solve the issue that every one of their cities is an island
Yeah.
floating around the United States.
Well, actually, on that note, just because this is a similar story about the PlayStation 5, Mark Cerny, our favorite bug-eyed crazy man,
I love Sony.
He's a nice guy.
he's the nicest
He's an
guy.
angel.
And he's made at least 2 necks, as far as I
He
know.
has made 2 whole necks and the PS3.
So they actually demoed some PS5 hardware just today.
Mac 3.
Unfortunately, no,
Spider-Man,
it was
actually.
Spider-Man. Yeah. But they basically have a dev kit right now for the PS5. I don't know why they did this now. There's nothing going on. Sony's
Reggie's on Twitter. They need to act.
take that man down.
Yeah.
But basically, Mark Cerny did a demo for, I believe it was Wired magazine, and they just showed him, oh, here's Spider-Man running on a PS4, and now here's it running on a PS5, and the load time went from 15 seconds to an eighth of a second of a load time going. Where he's talking about they're using some state-of-the-art solid state that no current PC even has access to. So they're doing. They said.
Yeah, well, they weren't talking about manufacturers yet or anything, so it's probably some kind of deal.
So they got some early hardware, but basically saying it's going to be able to do 8K. Who even has a 4K TV these days? I think people are slowly getting them.
I saw a clapback on Twitter that Xbox One already does 8K. Xbox One X.
Take that, Adam.
What are you going to project it on? Like the side of a building? Like,
I'm not sure. I don't know. But I was just like, I saw the tweet and I was like, okay, yeah, I guess Xbox One X does do 8K.
Well, I think if we're gonna segue into this, do we want to get out GTA now?
Well, it was just I was only mentioning because they mentioned that they wanted whatever the next version of GTA is going to be is most likely going to be a next generation game. It's not going to be this generation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Possibly, maybe, I don't know, because GTA 5 was Xbox 360, PS3, and then it made the jump, and we still play that.
I could
basically that
see
game.
them doing it for twice the sales because that's what they did the first time.
And
So
it worked.
maybe.
And it worked
sure
really well.
Did.
Yeah, and it sounds like whatever these next generation consoles are going to be, they're not going to be huge leaps, but it's going to just be more like a PC.
That's what I was going to say is I think the reason that it's like, but Xbox One X already does that is because I think we're at the point where they're more like phones now, which I kind of don't like, but consoles are just going to feel less impressive, I think, because they're just smaller iterations.
They said fancy words like it's going to have ray tracing and all those
Ray
fun
tracing is
things
pretty cool.
that we hear about. Does anyone here even know what ray tracing looks like or
you can
does?
see light beams.
It
Thank
makes,
you, James.
makes things reflect better.
Basically,
Did you
yes.
see the Minecraft mod where you can see the floor? It's like, oh, cool. It still looks like shit. Why is everything a cube? But wow, the light's bouncing around that room.
I saw some Battlefield footage of things, Battlefield 1 online, and they're like, in this shot, you just see a window, but in this shot, you see the reflection of the building. And I just went, I don't know if that's worth $2,000.
I'm dead, so I don't see anything. I got killed by a sniper who's halfway across the map and plays the game for 1,000 times more hours than I do.
Well, he had ray tracing. That's why.
That's why.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
You
an
can see in the
8K TV.
reflection.
Regardless, the article is pretty good. It's interesting. We'll link out to it. Definitely worth taking a look at. But that's basically it. It was Mark Cerny invited some people over, showed them load times are great. We got some fancy new solid state stuff. He said the console is not coming out this year, which probably means the Xbox is also not coming out this year. But chances are we're going to see whatever next version of the Xbox is at E3, maybe not the PS5.
Well, the new version of the Xbox was announced today, or revealed today, which is the discless one. What's it called? The Xbox One S all digital. That was revealed today, and that after all the leaks, obviously. I imagine they'll do a teaser trailer at E3, would be what Xbox would do, because obviously Sony's not doing anything.
Sure.
So we'll probably get both of them next year at some point, but now that they have these different press cycles, it doesn't feel as much like a competition.
No.
So they're just doing things in different times completely.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if one of them beats them to market, so for example, if Xbox beats it to market, then Sony's going to rush it.
Yeah.
Like they know they have to, even though Sony's ahead right now. They traded on the previous generation, right? Because Xbox 360 was destroying PlayStation 3, so then they traded. So it only stands to reason that maybe they'll trade again.
Yeah.
Listen, as long as they keep naming them after Taco Bell, I'm going to keep buying. That's all I know now.
Every time we boot it up in our office, it goes dong.
I love it.
And we drove by a Taco Bell
Yeah.
Cantina today.
What is that?
Elise
We
got real
slowed
excited.
down.
Oh, those are the fancy ones, right?
That's a sit down Taco Bell.
We got to
Wow,
go.
yeah, we gotta go after
We've been
this, guys.
We've
We're
been in
going
Austin
that
for
Taco Bell game.
whatever 4 fucking weeks. No one told me there's a Taco Bell cantina.
I don't think I've ever had Taco Bell.
Oh my gosh!
You've never shit, Alana.
You gotta run for the
Yeah,
for the border.
Yeah, you never. Well, you got to run for the bathroom.
Well, that's
Yeah.
after you run for the border.
Is it good or not? With the
It's
way people
delicious.
talk about it, I don't know if
It's
you
great.
like
Oh
it.
yeah, I love Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It's not good
It
for
is
you.
good?
I mean,
you
it's
get it. You get a Frisco style, Fresco style, whatever.
Fresco style.
Fresco style means that they don't put all like the mayo and stuff,
Oh.
and they add more lettuce
Oh.
and like pico de gallo.
Taco Bell uses. The rumor is that they use grade F meat. That's not a
F for fantastic.
not a joke. That is true. That is the rumor. that the meat they use is like,
Yeah.
basically cardboard.
Like
But
the
did you find
cow
us out
wanted
from the
to
same
die.
source that told you about the
Remember-
dolphin
You know?
cities?
What? Wait, well,
The dolphin.
dolphin
City.
cities are true, and we already talked about that.
Wait, so it comes from dolphin meat?
No, no,
wish.
Oh,
no.
Just wondering what his sources are.
The rumor is
The rumor is. I love what Bruce says. The rumor
Right, that's
is.
what I'm always
rumor
like.
is
the
It was
European
like some dude
developer.
standing
Who
next to him
rumored
and
it?
he, at a
Yeah.
urinal told him something, and
Homeless
Bruce was
guy?
like, hmm.
He's like the lowdown in the meat community.
the rumor is the meat is mainly
I'm gonna Google
paper.
this. I want to know where you got this shit from.
It's funny. It's funny when.
Wait, are you telling me the thing that they wrap my taco in is more expensive than what's in it?
Maybe, you never know.
Well, sorry.
No,
what were
I
you
was just
gonna
saying.
say?
Remember when the whole like nuggets thing was happening, and they were like, "Nuggets is mostly ground up bones.
Yeah, yeah.
It's what's left of the chicken." And then McDonald's was like, "No, it's not." And then they were like, "It's this. It's chicken breast, but we grind it up, turned it into mush. We put it, but it's still chicken breast. We just mush it up." And they had showed a video.
Mm-hmm.
Taco Bell's like, it's like. It's like, did you know Taco Bell serves you grade F meat? And then Taco Bell's like,
Apparently,
ever-
it's not true, Bruce. It's not
It's
true.
not true. What does Snopes say?
I am on Snopes.
I know. What does it say?
Okay, let me
Tell me.
dig into this.
Disprove
Very
me,
long.
Snopes.
While you look that up,
Very long.
I heard that they don't have a single flame or any sort of actual fire inside of a Taco Bell. They just boil everything.
no, yeah, everything's like done
Okay,
in like a
this
slow
is an
cooker.
important note. In the U.S., meat is not even graded on a scale represented by letters, so
So-
no one would ever see crates of meat labeled grade A or any other letter
Can't
grade.
be, I mean, it can't be grade F because you can't fail.
They don't
Or
do it
that
that
means
way.
that the meat could be anything.
Yeah, I mean,
like
yeah.
paper or cardboard
They're admitting
dolphin!
that.
or
Yeah.
dolphin.
Chinese newspapers.
How much do you? Is there anywhere you can eat dolphins? I mean,
Yeah.
other than
Japan.
Tuna.
Like, yeah, it's
Tuna. You just
Your
eat
local
tuna and there's dolphin in
supermarket.
it.
Accidental
The
tuna.
Food
Yeah,
Safety
accidental.
and Inspection Service, who runs as the Federal Meat Inspection Act, does not grade meat as part of a standard inspection process.
because there's no way to know.
Inspection is strictly a pass-fail system.
Yep.
So there is
All
no
meat-
such thing as grade D but
I mean,
edible.
F is fail. So
All meat is meat. There, I was brave enough to say it.
I mean, that's not true though, because you can eat better quality meat at different
Raw
restaurants.
dog, meat is meat.
Have you tried Wagyu though?
Yeah, that's totally
That's
different.
great.
Is that just pass fail, or is
Yeah.
that grade A?
Is it meat? Then it's meat.
No.
while we ponder on this question, let me remind you that this podcast is brought to you by Honey. So have you guys ever bought anything online only to find out later that you missed a discount? I recently did that and I was so mad. I blame Steven Suptic for this, but I'll tell you later about that.
Right.
Okay.
I don't. I'm
excited.
I'm upset about the story. Anyway, I no longer overspend anymore thanks to Honey. After finding this out, and I will never make that mistake ever again. Honey is a free browser add-on that finds me and all of you the best deals online. The app magically auto-applies the best deal to any cart at checkout. So Honey finds discounts and coupons across 37,000 sites. Bruce thought I was only going to say 37, and he didn't look impressed. But then I added that 1,000 at the end.
And I went,
He saw the zeros and went, I can't even count that high today. So you can see places you shop at all the time: Amazon, Sephora, Best Buy, Nordstrom, and many other places. So with Honey, I don't have to worry about missing a deal ever again. Just shop like normal. Honey handles the rest. And I go, Honey, you take care of it. And then Jess goes, what? And I said, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the computer. So this app, actually, I've known about this app for a long time. Man, if you want to know how long this was referred to me, remember Dig?
oh yeah,
Yeah, that was on there. Like,
RIP,
they're
RIP.
like, guys, I got a secret. Check it out. And I was like, cool, easy browser add-on. It's there. So you can easily save money. I think the first time I bought it, I think I saved $53.
Wow.
It's pretty ridiculous. And that was like early Amazon stuff. So, but yeah, it works. It saves up. It definitely works out in the long run. So it feels good to save money. That's all I can say. It's, you know how you don't get rich by sitting in first class and buying a second seat next to you.
That's not true. Henry Winkler's rich.
Henry Winkler deserves it. But I'm saying if you want to save money, you act more like, was it Kevin Costner? Who was it? No.
Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid. Be more like Dennis Quaid. Be less
yeah.
like Will Ferrell. Save your money because that's what you take to Valhalla with you when
I
you move
saw
on.
Kevin Costner at an airport. Honey.
Go on.
Is that the end of
Honey
your?
has saved, I got a little call to action here. So yeah, Honey has saved over 10 million members, an average of $28.61. So you can be one of those lucky peeps. So please look. So yeah, there's really no other reason not to use Honey. It is free to use and easy to install on your computer in just 2 clicks. That's it. Bruce, count with me.
1, 2.
You're done.
It's done.
Wow.
We didn't have to go to 37,000.
That was easy.
It's there. So shop with confidence. Get honey for free at joinhoney.com/dude. That is joinhoney.com/dude. Honey, the smart shopping assistant that saves you time and money when you're shopping online. What were we talking about? Meat?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Talking about the pass fail of meat. I want to see that. Restaurant chain, antibiotic policies, and sourcing practices. What's better?
You see what everybody?
But what does that mean? What is
You love Panera Bread.
Which one of those companies in the last couple of years had a Ebola breakout? Or
Yeah, I know.
I probably got
Chipotle.
norovirus from
I
it.
feel like Chipotle has way more.
But either way, it's A, dogs.
It's because they put the antibiotics in there, and then the bacteria grows worse.
And the kids get breasts when they're 7.
Yeah.
I ain't going to get no breasts, Elise. I ain't going to eat Chipotle till I die. Probably sooner because it'll give me norovirus.
There was a lot of great F meat on there. Did you see that?
Can we
You-
see the
it's not
list
graded.
again?
That's not what
It's
that
not
means.
graded.
What
That's
was that?
not-
What was that?
Those are
chart?
just
was just
antibiotics.
What was the
Okay.
chart that we have seen?
So I love
look,
at least
someone made
7 of those in the F.
But here's the thing. That's how I don't want my meat with all kinds of drugs pumped into them. I want my meat from the ground, naturally.
Like a caveman.
If you could just grow meat in a lab, I would eat it.
They do that.
You can.
They're
they
trying,
will.
yeah.
No, but I mean, you mean like cloning an animal?
Yeah.
You mean
Well,
like
like stem
no,
cells.
no, no,
We're
they
gonna
do
grow
that.
it into little.
They do that.
Like Impossible
they do that
Burgers,
too?
right?
You can you just need like a little bit of stem cell, yeah, and you're basically growing animal meat.
Yeah, and grow me
There's
all
also
meat.
the Impossible Burger, which is a different and Beyond
Yeah,
Meat,
that's
which
different.
is
That's plant.
That's
the
different. I
heme
want
and the
the
plant and
meat.
that stuff.
Grow it.
At least,
and I'll eat
at
it.
least wants to grow an animal and kill it and then eat it.
Aw.
Yeah.
Name it. You have to name it, then kill it.
So, hot meat facts for you. Apparently, if you really want to have your meat graded, you can.
Aha.
There are 8 categories. It's prime, choice, select, standard, commercial, utility, cutter, and canner.
What about F?
Canner?
There is no canner,
Canner.
Canner. I guess Canner's F.
cutter, and canner.
I want some canner.
Canner's
Well,
like
I
the
think
homeless
canner is
shelter
just
meat.
stuff that you'd put.
Might be
Wait,
dog
like
meat.
supposedly-
Hobos?
All of it's edible, but cutter and canner are things that you would put inside of like a frankfurter, like in a sausage.
That's also edible.
Just
What
yeah,
about
it's still
dog?
edible.
What about dog food meat?
Grade C.
It's still fully edible.
You can't eat dog food
Yes,
meat.
you can.
Benson eats the same food every day.
You know-
we
Bless
tried to
him.
give him nicer food, but he wouldn't eat it.
This is disgusting. Well, the whole reason I drink my meals, I got into the whole drinking my meals thing is because one time I put down food for Benson. I went, "You lucky son of a bitch! So you just scoop it out of a can. You're done. You don't have to think about it." I was like, "Why can't I do that?" And then I googled, "Why can't humans eat like dogs?" and the answer was, they can. We just choose not to.
I don't know that you want to do that. They have corned beef in cans.
does.
You can just eat the corned beef out of the
Same.
can.
It's not nutritionally complex like Benson's food. It's how he maintains his beautiful coat and his boundless energy.
He hasn't moved for 45 minutes.
I
Yeah,
think I
he doesn't
do
need to.
think that Austin has given Benson a new lust for life,
What?
It is right there.
and he knows we're talking about him. He can tell.
Here's his name.
He's got a little pep in his step.
Does
You know, yeah.
He
Oh, look,
that
he
would
wants his
normally take
haunches
him
scr- he
3
wants his
minutes to
haunches
respond.
scratched.
Get inside the thigh.
Yeah.
I'll lift it. There
Yeah.
it goes.
Ugh.
Get near the penis.
I see
You
his
need to
penis
get-
over and over.
That's not the penis. It's the sheath. That's what I wish I had a dog sheath for my dick.
That'd be cool.
Because then you wouldn't have to wear pants. Because technically, it's not nudity. It's
true.
It's just a sheath.
And it'd be
You're kind
covered
of
with hair.
describing foreskin.
That's what I was thinking. It's
No,
like,
no,
it's
it'd be
sort
covered
of-
with
Wait,
hair.
Are you
It'd be
saying I
covered-
can walk around naked because I have
No.
foreskin?
No.
We said covered
Well,
with
if
hair.
it's in the company handbook,
Oh.
yes.
Okay.
Your foreskin just covers the head of your dick.
Yeah.
You need some other thing from basically your thighs to cover the whole dick itself.
It's a pocket.
Because I can
Yeah,
still
you gotta
see
cover the
I can still see
shaft.
your shaft. Yeah, and then if that's
Okay.
still nudity. But if you can get something that covers your shaft, like
Then I can come to work with my anteater exposed.
then you could do that. Yeah, you'd have to cover your butthole though. That's the only thing. But we could just it's easy. We just design pants
Yeah, let me tell you about underwear.
go up the butthole.
But also,
Wild.
you can't see my butthole because it's covered with hair.
But I mean,
So there's no way.
I don't
We
think
don't-
it's that
but-
easy to just see someone's butthole.
It's not.
You have to like kind of have your cheeks spread.
that's what I'm saying though. But like you have to be considerate, so you don't know what's going to happen during the day.
Like if I have to bend over.
if you have to bend over.
But the
or a
hair will
situation
cover
like
it.
that. I don't know that it will, Bruce. I think you
everyone
could
has
get.
that much
I think
hair.
Bruce.
Hey,
This is not a dare,
I have a
but
question.
I think you could get into a position
Uh-huh.
where I could see your butthole that didn't require pulling your cheeks apart.
I don't know about that.
I think I could.
I'm not sure. I've tried it. Elise, what's your
Bruce is
question?
That hairy.
I don't want to break the illusion for all of our viewers at home, but in the Matrix video, did your like balls actually slip out, or did they just blur it for comedic effect?
Are we talking about John?
No, in the new Matrix video, you get lifted, right? And in the edit, it's blurred. But I didn't know if it actually slipped out or if they just did that because it was funny to blur it.
I don't actually know. I've never looked at the raw footage.
Raw. Emphasis
Yeah.
on raw.
Nice.
I gotta go back and look at the raw footage because maybe the only video that I know that I've shot where my nether regions slipped out of things was at Cow Chop, and Asher had to blur my penis. So there you go.
I would wager, knowing John Smith, that he just blurred it because
Yeah.
you were wearing a skirt, and then the idea of it going up your skirt and having to blur it like she's not wearing panties or whatever is like funnier.
Are we going to learn later that people leave Cow Chop because they've seen your penis?
We noticed
Every
everyone's
time I go.
Final straw.
Yeah, it's like 7 days. It's like the ring.
Anna, Asher.
Sorry, James.
Yeah. Well, so like John Smith, I know there's footage of him because we did the 50 Shades podcast,
Totally
Yeah.
naked.
and total man of his craft came in with just a sock around his cock and balls,
Disgusting.
and still had to blur some of it because it still popped out a little bit. And then there's footage of him somewhere going to town on a demo disc.
But he was the only one who's
Yeah, he cut
he
that.
he filmed it and he held the footage until he had to use it in the edit.
I'm just
So he
thinking,
controls
if another fappening happens and they access his Google Drive, which I'm sure he has an easy password,
I mean,
like
they-
John Smith 1.
They're not going to hack him. He's gonna like post it while the fappening is happening. I got hacked.
It's just his bare balls going into a demo disc.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Speaking of cool technology, we're running out of time here for our last ad read. But you got me to segue into something really interesting. I don't know if you guys know this, but Burger King's going to be doing the Impossible Burger soon. So that's some cool futuristic stuff. But more importantly, for anyone who wears contact lenses, transitional lenses just were announced this week. If you don't
Wow.
know what those are, it's basically, if you ever seen people with those glasses where when they go outside, they turn into sunglasses, they have that now, but for contacts.
Cool.
It's gnarly.
Benjamin Franklin's rolling over in his grave.
This is the ad read?
No, not at all.
Oh.
I just thought that was some cool like tech stuff. I do this little segment every week called Adam's Week
No,
in
you
Tech.
don't. You've never done that before.
It's my favorite segment. I love it.
I mean, you send me the odd link every couple of months.
I thought we were going to do that cosplay
You're disappointed
blackface
because the
segment.
5 white people aren't talking about blackface.
No, I'm not disappointed. I'm just bringing
I'm
it
not
up.
white.
I got
okay?
2 stories for you guys that we can
Father's
talk
Hispanic.
to. I can throw it out there for detail. There's some more details about Jedi: The Fallen Order. Nothing too crazy. Just some.
Isn't it Fallen Jedi Order?
I think
Whatever.
it's no, it's
I
Jedi,
wrote-
Jedi Fallen Order.
Jedi
I
Fallen
wrote in
Order?
the doc that I made.
Uh-oh.
It says more details on Jedi Fallen Order,
Jedi Fallen. Yeah, you're right.
The
you're right.
doc speaks.
which means I probably got it wrong.
Well, you just said out loud Jedi of the Fallen Order, and it's
Did I?
whatever. Who gives a fuck?
You did, but it's okay. It's not a big
It's fine.
deal.
It doesn't
No,
matter.
I thought I got it wrong. I'm sorry.
order of.
Jedi Fallen.
It doesn't
Jedi
matter. None
Order.
of it matters.
What?
People know
Definitely
what you're
does not
talking
matter.
about.
No, they'll be mad, and it's understandable because I still it's Rise of Skywalker, right? Rise of the Skywalker.
The Rise of Skywalker.
The Rise
The
of
Rise of
Skywalker.
Skywalker. I'm having a legit hard time remembering that one.
It is kind of tough.
You've retconned it all, haven't you?
Wait, at least it's
Sorry,
she's on the case over
sorry,
here.
sorry. Just someone sent me a thing that they made.
Oh,
and
this
it-
is-
Someone sent you
And a friend of mine sent me a thing that they made, and it just says "The Rise of Skinny Penis."
ew.
The font doesn't match at all.
Not even clever.
I don't know, this is funny. The Rise of Skinny Penis.
Anyway,
Hey, I'm
so-
sorry.
No, it's fine. The interesting broad strokes of this one is no plans for DLC. There's some boss battle info. Respawn stopped working on the game. It's not a stealth game. And Amy Hennig got real vicious in a talk about it. She's so mad.
Yeah, she got upset
that,
about
oh,
it.
that
She mad
bitter,
about
She didn't seem
bitter
that mad.
53-year-old woman.
Well, she got
mad about?
her game. The game she was working on got canceled. It was a
Yeah.
single player game, single player Star Wars game.
And the narrative was that it got canceled because EA didn't want a single player Star Wars
Yeah.
game, and now Respawn is making one.
So if you guys find that interesting, we totally talk about it. The other headline is Twitch streamer banned for using blackface while cosplaying as Apex Legends character.
So EA, they didn't want to make the Star Wars
Hey, don't
game.
change the subject, Elise. We're going to talk about Lifeline, aren't we?
Much like the final Sith battle, or the final battle that will happen in Revenge of the Skywalkers.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
Fuck me. Bruce and Alicia duel it out. Oh, I'll provide the music. Which one do you got?
Blackface versus Fallen Jedi.
Here's the thing. I'm not going to tell. Look, the story is because it's everywhere. It's all over every news outlet right now. There's
Every news outlet?
I know. I'm serious. It got picked up by like Fox News and CNN and MSNBC. It got picked up by everybody.
Right.
Wow.
Twitch temporarily banned. This is the whole story.
Okay.
Twitch temporarily banned this girl that wanted to cosplay Lifeline from Apex Legends, and she's black. But the girl that is on Twitch is white. And so then as she was doing the makeup, all of her viewers were like, no, don't, stop,
No.
stop, don't. And she did it anyways, got reported, and then got banned.
Where's she from?
Lithuania.
She's from Lithuania, yes.
Yeah.
So she's not from America, and that's actually what she said. She was like, "It's different in Lithuania."
It's not.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying that's what she said.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a funny story. The picture is hilarious. The picture of
picture
her
is
very funny.
Pretty
Pull it
funny.
up.
It's going to be in your history, just so you know.
fine.
It's
there.
fantastic. It's all over my
Probably
Google.
already in
Racist.
my history.
All right, Elise, go right ahead.
So
The floor is yours.
we can talk about that.
Well, no, it's done. It's
Or
done.
Jedi. Now,
So is she apologized?
God, no.
No, I don't think she's apologized. No.
She's like, from what I understand, she was sort of like, why are you guys mad at this? What's wrong with you? There was so similarly, I remember there was a story that Adam Carolla tells where he was saying he had people who were upset at him because he dressed up as Mr. T at a Halloween party.
That's right, yeah.
Didn't do makeup, just wore the jewelry, and they said, you can't do that because you're white. You can't do that. He was like, but I love Mr. T. I legitimately love Mr. T, and I want to be like him. So it's sort of like, it's that question too, where,
Well, if she had just done the Lifeline cosplay but
Yeah.
no makeup, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
oh, but
Like,
Bruce, but she
When
wants
Bruce
to
was
become
Black
that character.
Panther, it was
Right.
fine
Yeah,
because he
exactly.
didn't.
We didn't
He
see the skin that he painted underneath because he wore a mask.
No, I didn't do that.
Okay.
And I never would have done that. See, the thing
Okay.
is I really like Black Panther and I love his suit. And I was like, actually legitimately looking into buying that cosplay because I was like, oh, that'd be so cool. I'd love to have the Black Panther suit, but I would never
But what about the recommended makeup that's next to it?
No.
That's like totally become Black Panther today, Bruce.
No, because I know
Bruce, I want you to just say blackface is okay.
I'm sensitive to that, and I will never say that because I know that that is not the case.
Uh-huh.
You should never do that.
Uh-huh.
But
you
maybe
think
somebody
it's
from Lithuania doesn't know that. I don't know. I'm not
I'm
sure.
going to get that quote out of you one day.
No, you're never gonna get that quote.
mean-
I want you to be on Fox News.
I think people in different parts of the world have different relationships with race, but that doesn't mean that they're the right relationship with race.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
It's different, but it's wrong.
But also she's putting herself on Twitch, which is a global streaming
Yes.
platform.
Yeah.
So,
I
and
mean,
it's also
she may have
based
just
in
genuinely not known.
no,
somehow.
yeah. Well, it's based in
Well,
America.
but
so.
here's that her chat was going like,
Yeah, but chat's being
Her
like,
chat was telling her
I
not
feel
to.
like if I was naive, some people are naive, and then I was doing something and I was like, that's strange. Everyone's reacting to this in a negative way. Well, I should continue. Like, I feel like, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like at a certain point I'd be like, I don't know about this.
And that's the thing is that
Yeah.
she probably should have listened to her chat. Like that's the, like if you got everybody telling you, it's like you standing in a room and you're screaming at everybody saying you're all crazy when everyone else is like, there's like 2,000 people saying
you
no.
taking your underwear off or whatever.
Yeah.
Bend it over in Chris's face.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, no, well, you guys are the ones that are wrong. I
Yeah.
don't
Start
know
with the
about them.
cheeks. Pretend it's some heavy blush. See how the chat's reacting.
Have you guys ever had that moment
What if
where
she
you,
doesn't pay attention to our chat?
like she can't read it?
No, she just doesn't like it.
Are you calling her illiterate
Yeah.
and racist? Wow.
Part of this.
Let me ask you this.
Spicy.
How much of that cosplay is okay for us 5 white people to decide?
well, I mean,
Did you do the hair?
I didn't think,
Probably not.
I didn't make any decision about it.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying what I would have done, like I did with Black Panther, is just put on the suit. I would have been like, cool, I love Black Panther and I want to put on the Black Panther suit. But I never would have ever painted my skin. Yeah, literally never. Because you're not supposed to do that.
What if I paid you $1 million?
No, I wouldn't do that.
$2 million though? That's a lot of
No,
great F meat.
I wouldn't do it. Is a lot of great F meat, but I still wouldn't
Not a real
do it.
grade.
Because then I would forever be like that girl.
You don't have to do it on Twitch. You just have to let us take a
Now,
photo.
now here's the thing, though,
no.
Bruce. At the time of the stream, she only had 160 people watching, which is a pretty low number
Wow.
by the time you get banned. Way more people are going to be watching her now. Do you
Well, no,
want to
she's
buy? Do
banned.
you want to buy
Do you think
the makeup
Benson
now?
just went into the makeup room so that he could...
Oh,
he doesn't want to be
Benson's gonna come
associated
out.
with this podcast.
Oh, I thought he was
He
gonna
really
put on
just...
makeup.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like,
Benson,
you know
don't
what?
do
I'm
it.
going to try it and see what the chat says.
Chat says no.
Benson, come back.
Have you guys ever had that moment where you looked at yourself and said, "Am I the bad guy?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Every
Definitely.
fucking day of my life.
Many times.
Oh, Benson, what are you doing?
He's fine. He's wandering.
He's cosplaying his Lifeline.
Why,
No.
no. Over there. There's stuff over there.
He's going
Well,
on adventures. It's cool.
I guess the jury's still out on whether. I mean,
She
we all
shouldn't have
know.
done- I mean, she shouldn't have done it.
I don't think
we
the
all
jury's
agree it's
still
bad.
out. Yeah.
Should not have done-
No.
should
Yeah,
have
the
done it.
jury
Well
went to
cited.
Still waiting for
session,
Bruce to
came
give me
out
that
with their
juicy
verdict.
quote.
No, you're not getting that quote from me.
Well-
I keep telling you shouldn't have done it.
Bruce keeps trying to rationalize it over here, but
It's
everyone
strange.
else agrees it's bad.
Yeah,
Bruce, give it a rest.
I don't know. Look, we're all gonna cosplay on our personal streams. You can see us. Bruce is gonna be Gibraltar. He's gonna do the hair thing.
No.
I'm gonna be the robot.
You know, at first when you guys said what she was doing, I thought it was Powerline from Goofy movie,
Oh my
which is
gosh.
also
That's-
a
well, that's-
character of
Let's
a
just say,
different
is that one
nationality.
okay? I don't know.
What?
Is
He's a-
Powerline?
He's a dog.
Yeah.
Is-
He's a
Powerline
talking dog
person
that
of color.
sings.
But well, his skin is of a
But it's the
different
same as
tone.
Max, isn't it? He could just be tan.
I think Elise is alluding to the fact that it was voiced by a singer whose name I can't remember that was popular in the 90s. And not even that popular.
I have no idea.
Paula
what you're talking
Abdul?
about.
No, it was a
once-
man.
Someone once told me, he's like, did you know Bruno Mars was the voice of Powerline? I was like, no, he wasn't. Bruno Mars was like 3 years old.
Hell of a voice
Get away
for a
from me,
3-year-old.
liar. That's what I said.
I'll look it up. It's like Tyler something or another, but don't worry about it. Everyone thinks it's
I don't even know
Michael
what you're
Jackson.
talking about.
I don't either.
You don't know Powerline?
It was Tevin Campbell.
we listen
Oh, I know-
to each
I remember Tevin Campbell, yeah.
Yeah.
I know that song.
Yeah.
He was born in
Powerline.
1976. He's 42 years old. No, it wasn't Bruno Mars. Alana, I'm sorry you haven't seen a Goofy movie. It is probably a childhood rite of passage.
Probably
Alana-
have. I just
Alana,
don't
I never
remember
saw
it.
it either.
Great
It
movie.
is. If you've ever had a rough patch with any sort of parental figure, I think everyone hasn't. You ever lash out at a parent and then you feel terrible about it?
Not really. I'm very passive.
Oh Jesus.
I
Okay.
don't really lash out at people.
Well,
Have you ever wanted to bang a dog girl?
Yeah.
But then your dad forces you to go on vacation and you're like, how am I going to bang that dog girl?
Every week.
So that's what a Goofy movie's about.
Got it.
I feel so sad for Goofy in that movie because his son's like Goofy is a single parent and he just wants to spend time with his son and his son doesn't really want to and like it breaks my heart really when I'm watching it.
Well, that is
Little
sad.
Max.
but he just wanted to go see Powerline, as voiced by Tevin Campbell.
Is Powerline a
Tevin
pop
Cam-
singer?
He's the most popular singer in the world of Goofy movie.
I understand.
And Max tries to be him, and then he does it at a show. And Dog Girl is
Hold on.
like, "I love this."
He promises dog girl because he's trying to bang her. He promises dog girl is like, oh, sorry, I can't hang out with you because I'm gonna be at the Powerline concert, and he doesn't know why he says it. It's because he's thinking about the piss.
I have an idea. Hey guys, in broadcast, how many of you know what Powerline is?
Be
1, 2,
honest.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I
8,
only see
9,
2
10,
hands.
I see 2.
I see 2
11,
hands.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 25.
I just wanted to know.
No, I recognize that.
well, because
Yeah, you
people
know
buy
Powerline.
shirts of it now because it's retro at
it's-
Target.
Who buys shirts that nobody
See, is
buys
that a picture
shirts
of
that-
Bruno Mars
I
and
swear to
Powerline?
God, John
Yeah, it
Reisinger
is.
has a Powerline shirt.
John Reisinger doesn't count.
As a person?
No, as a person that wears Powerline shirts. He's not cool either.
Powerline
Wow.
is cool.
All right.
All right,
Powerline is cool. Was cool. Will continue
Pauly
to be
Shore's
cool.
in that movie, Bruce.
Powerline's not cool.
and he
guys.
says, "Leaning Tower of
Cheese.
like I said, not cool.
I'm just saying, if you can get Pauly Shore at the height of his career to be in your cartoon, you sir have a hit. The movie failed at the box office.
Oh no.
There is a Pauly Shore joke in Arizona Circle that many people did not want in.
Well, we're getting towards the end of our show. And before we go, I'd like to remind you that this episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Domains, websites, online stores, and marketing tools. From websites and all those fun things, Squarespace has it all as an all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. Where are you going, Elise?
She's going to get the
Okay.
dog.
Say you want to start a mail campaign to find Benson. Where's he at? We can email everyone here right now, and we would have an actual... Where'd he go?
He's fine.
Anyway.
Adventures.
Yeah, but actually, speaking of which, that is a new feature they have with Squarespace is the email campaigns. You can say more, sell more, and stand out in any inbox with Squarespace email campaigns. The all-in-one platform makes it easy to unify your brand voice from your homepage to your emails. So consistent content from the website to email, powerful editing tools, make it all your own, and they have customizable layouts for any message. Mobile editing, so you can also send it anytime, anywhere. You got to be on mobile these days. I've been saying it for last 2 years. If you ain't on mobile, you ain't doing it, baby.
You mean a cell phone?
And then they laugh.
Adam does say that a lot.
Yeah, and then
he'll
they
be like,
Never
"You ain't
heard
on
him say
mobile,
that.
baby." I'm
Yeah,
like,
and they
"What
go,
do you-"
we know.
I
and
am.
they laugh me out of
And then he
meetings.
talks about Powerline. It's weird.
Yeah, I go, well, I got my Powerline website going and put up my email campaign. So with Squarespace, I can't actually say nice enough things about them. Jess uses it. Their service, pretty much everyone I know runs their business on it. You can create a beautiful website. You can turn your cool idea into a new website. You can showcase your work. If you have a blog or anything, easily publishable. And there's so many templates and other things you can use. It's a fantastic service. You can also own your own domain and promote your business using Squarespace. It is super easy. Like I said, they have beautiful templates. There's a powerful e-commerce functionality, lets you sell anything online. Once again, Jess uses all these things. I got to stop using my wife as the selling point, but she legitimately uses their business and really likes it and talks about them. And we've even dabbled with it before. It's very easy to make a website these days. If you've ever done it back in the day, anyone ever take like a coding class?
Yeah, dog.
Oh,
I
yeah.
use HTML.
Dear God.
It was hard.
The technology always amazes me that we have gone from try to make this website in a doc versus a awesome website service like Squarespace. So they have also built-in search engine optimization, free and secure hosting. There's nothing you ever have to patch or upgrade ever, and they have 24/7 award-winning customer support. So please go check out squarespace.com/dudesoup for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code DUDESOUP to save 10% on your first purchase or website or domain. So thank you very much, Squarespace. You're an awesome company. You're an awesome sponsor. Thanks for keeping the show going. Final thoughts on Powerline.
Great songs.
Mostly just wondering what Benson's doing.
He's wandering.
Ben-
Looking
Benson.
for his copy of a Goofy movie that's
Sniffing the trash
coming
for
to
a bit.
Blu-ray soon.
I had it
He's
on
not gonna listen to
VHS
us.
and one of the big ones.
Does he come when you call his name?
Nope.
Not anymore.
Excellent.
I think he probably just can't hear you, right?
No, he hears us. He chooses to.
He just,
I
He
understood.
just doesn't
discarded
think you
it,
have
yeah.
to.
Understood.
We are at the end of the show. Is there anything else you guys want to throw out? Any mentions? Anything else? I feel like we talked a lot about. I mean, I guess there's not much we can really talk about what's happening with Funhaus because it's right now the ship is just
Just
Sort
kind
of
of
staying
sailing
afloat.
along.
Coasting.
yeah.
What's on the
As we
channel
As we try
this
to wrap
weekend?
up this crazy week.
Oh, is this going to change at all?
Probably not.
You got a satisfactory gameplay coming
That's right.
this
Good one.
weekend, okay?
That was a good one.
You got Mel Gibson's Safari 3.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
You
Oh,
got
that's a
Road
video we
Trooper.
made.
Alana, why do you
all
look
the
worried about that?
AAAs. You know? It's going to be good.
I think we have a animated short
Got a
coming
new
up soon.
anime short
Ooh.
coming.
About
Yeah.
male
Yeah,
birth
sooner than
control.
later.
That's right.
Oh wait, no, we have another.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
We got
three.
a bunch of them.
There's three.
Wow.
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 Yeah.
We have to go find our dog.
Bruce also told me one of these days the Office tour will go up sometime
Oh,
this
I
year.
keep forgetting about it. Keep reminding me, please, because I'll put it up. I keep
Okay.
forgetting. I
It's
will.
ready to go. I finished it in like February
Yeah, no, it's fantastic.
I mean, you added on Funhouse TV.
once.
yeah, but
in,
only
like,
once.
February.
Only one. It's going to go up on our YouTube
Supposed to go-
channel.
Oh.
Bruce is the master. He's the gatekeeper.
I keep forgetting though. You just remind me.
You're my Polly Shore to Dog Woman.
It's not in. It's not
Dog
in my
girl.
list of videos.
Dog
That's
girl.
the problem.
Okay.
I keep passing it over.
Okay. Well, we'll get that up soon enough. I know people keep asking about it. But until then, please bear with us as we try to catch up on rest and try to get Arizona Circle done, make it the best show we possibly can make it while keeping 2 other channels afloat.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Thank you, RT Broadcast, for keeping us
Thanks,
alive.
RT
Thank you,
Broadcast.
RT Broadcast.
Thanks for putting up with what we call humor.
I mean, like, you're absolutely right from a consumer's perspective. I guess the interesting thing you have to think about is, but does it change content forever? So, like, imagine that everyone's doing it, right? Every network in the world is doing what Twitch and YouTube is doing. Then, are we all making the same garbage? You know, like, are we all making that same grindy stuff?
The thing that gets me about this is